just for therapy, just for clarity. Gold club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it.
It's week 11 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see James Cook. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Bills and the Saints under the lights on Monday night.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we wrap up Week 11 with a great Monday nighter, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
And they'll take him to the ground quickly, but he's able to get it down to the 41-yard line. It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start the drive with Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The numbers a week ago for Cook. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Off the play fake, Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, that field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. Broken tackle. And I think the ball's out. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position.
And he loses the football a second time. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Flushed out right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. And you look at the Saints defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stopped him for no gain.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's got room to roam. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball?
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Perry on the move to the right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. That's to the pylon and incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Bills to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Allen off the play fake. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Bills had 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think they have nickel. Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties with big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed.
Here's a diving catch right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Here's Allen. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Cook following the penalty. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that move's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing on third, Goff. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Goff. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. James Cook running back out now. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To the air, Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. From the gun, here's Goff. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Goff.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit. Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up the long one.
So we've reached halftime in a wild
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. On 1st down, it's gone.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Goff now looks to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Take it at the 37. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Well, James Cook and the Buffalo offense returning to work now.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you play strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Goff now to throw. Again, it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll set up the screen down. Oh, my goodness, he loses it again. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them a possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this one taken in by Olave. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 67 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Saints are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they'll fake the jet sweep there instead. Hand to Kamara. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Goff now looking to throw. And he's caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Goff looking to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 79 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
There's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just boom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And it goes a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. It's complete, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
All right, let's control the trenches.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They run it again with Kamara. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
117 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Up the middle, it's Cook. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football until my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The kick by Bass is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So Jared Goff in the offense, down by 6, 27 seconds to go. Goff, they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.